history of Native American peoples. Our journey through the rich and complex history of Native American peoples. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the Americas were home to diverse and advanced civilizations. Today, we'll explore who they were, how they lived, and how their world changed forever after 1492. For over 15,000 years, indigenous peoples thrived across what is now the United States. They were not a single culture or nation, but hundreds of distinct societies, languages, and ways of life. In the Northeast, the Haudenosaunee, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy, developed sophisticated political systems. In the Southwest, the ancestral Puebloans built multi-story stone dwellings and intricate irrigation systems in the desert. The Mississippian culture, centered in present-day Cahokia, Illinois, built massive earthen mounds and supported a population larger than London at the time. These societies traded, farmed, hunted, and practiced spiritual traditions deeply connected to the land. When Europeans arrived in the late 15th century, they brought dramatic and often catastrophic change. New diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza decimated indigenous populations, who had no immunity. Some historians estimate that up to 90% of native populations were wiped out within the first century of contact. European settlers pushed westward, often seizing land through force or unfair treaties. Indigenous resistance was fierce and continuous, from Powhatan in Virginia to Metacom in New England and Tecumseh in the Midwest. The U.S. government later pursued policies of displacement, most notably through the Indian Removal Act of 1830, which led to the Trail of Tears, where thousands of Cherokee and other nations were forcibly relocated west of the Mississippi River. Throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, Native peoples faced continued marginalization. The U.S. government established the reservation system, which confined tribes to restricted lands, often far from their ancestral homes. Boarding schools, such as the Carlisle Indian Industrial School, aimed to assimilate Native children by stripping them of their languages, cultures, and identities. The motto was, "Kill the Indian, save the man." But indigenous cultures survived. Despite tremendous hardship, Native communities maintained their languages, traditions, and governance systems, often in secret. In the 20th century, movements for Native rights began to gain momentum. The American Indian Movement, AIM, founded in 1968, called for justice, sovereignty, and the honoring of treaties. Today, over 570 federally recognized tribes exist in the United States, each with its own culture, history, and government. Many Native communities are revitalizing their languages and cultural practices. Tribal colleges and museums have been established. Native authors, filmmakers, and leaders are shaping a new narrative. Issues remain, from land rights and environmental justice to healthcare and education. But indigenous voices are stronger than ever, demanding respect and recognition. The U.S. government has begun acknowledging its past wrongs. In 2021, Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland, a member of the Laguna Pueblo, launched investigations into boarding schools and is advocating for tribal sovereignty. The history of Native American peoples is not just a story of loss. It is also a story of strength, survival, and resurgence. To understand the true history of the United States, we must honor the first peoples of this land and listen to their stories.